China's dangerous decline. Western countries are finding more difficult to do business in China due to the Communist Party politics. The last 2 months have been among the most momentous in recent Chinese history. First came the 20th Party Congress, which President Xi Jinping used to extirpate his few remaining rivals. Then a few weeks later, the country erupted in the most widespread protest China has witnessed since the mass demonstration in Tiananmen squares and elsewhere in 1989. And then barely a week later, COVID-0 revolution, and now their economics are uncertain. And around 10,000 high net worth individuals in China are seeking to leave their country this year and could take 48 billions in wealth with them, according to a new wealth migration reported by Hanley and Partners, an investment migration consultancy. So even Hong Kong, which is a special autonomous region in China and has pursued a similar strict dynamic zero or whatever you call it, COVID policy under Beijing watchful eye. So all this going around, China is a declining power, and that is the problem. Insecurity. What's US-China balloon diplomacy? See, where do US-China relations stands now? US Secretary of State Tony Blinken called China Young Wang Yi and said, "Hey, your spy balloon is in our backyard." And Wang Yi said, "What's wrong with that?" And Blinken said, "Well, it is collecting our sensitive data." Wang said, "Our balloons have been going all over the world for years. No one said anything." "You never said anything." Blinken said, "Well, this time our media is all over it." Wang said, "That's your problem." Blinken replied, "Well, I guess my trip to Beijing postponed." Wang Yi got really mad and said, "You can't even control your media. So what makes you think you are the most powerful country in the world?" The Biden administration has trying to build guardrails with China, but the two sides cannot carry a meaningful dialogue. Why do Chinese trust their government and when almost nobody? Because Chinese people have a different definition of trust, which when they are talking about their government than everybody else, because that referring to their brain was washed, and in some cases affluent than ever before in history. And that must count for a lot. So people so far trust on that. One political system makes it really good for them, but now no more, because the economics collapse and the world is changing. So there also Chinese, on the other hand, The people are sick and tired of all these one system, which is very different than others part of the nation. So people are just now more curious on that. Who is gonna trust China? There are a number of cases example of the CCP dishonesty. Is it assault on, put it that way, Hong Kong autonomy, freedom, and rule of law, Xinjiang, Uyghur Muslim, Tibet, Taiwan? No matter, one thing is clear: the world cannot trust these dictatorships at all. The sooner we recognize this and act together, the sooner the beginning bullies will have to behave better. The world will be safer and more prosperous for it. China, no one will trust you.